I.S.U.P.K.
All I'm gonna tell you, man, if you want to stay plugged in and tuned in, make sure you subscribe to I.S.U.P.K. on YouTube. A lot of powerful information will be coming out this summer, and you want to stay tuned in. The minute they drop it, it's coming right to you, baby, as soon as you subscribe. So make sure you handle that business and subscribe to I.S.U.P.K.
Shalom, this is the I.S.U.P.K. started out on 1 West, 125th Street. Priests and prophets of the Lord in the I.S.U.P.K. And today we're going to talk about Father's Day, as it's coming up next week, where Father's Day is against God, and it's a sin. And you're supposed to honor your parents every day. Give me Jeremiah chapter 10 verse 1.
Jeremiah 10:1. Hear ye the word of the Lord, speaketh unto you, O house of Israel.
Now hear the Lord speaking to the house of Israel. The Lord speaking to blacks and Hispanics. Read.
Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
Do what?
Learn not the way of the heathen.
It says learn not the way of the heathen. You know what the way of the heathen is? Mother's Day, Father's Day, Christmas, Easter. That's the way of the heathen. The Lord said blacks and Hispanics ain't supposed to do that, because Father's Day is a sin. And if you're celebrating Father's Day, really you hate your father, because you're supposed to honor that black man every single day, not just one day a week. Give me Amos chapter 5 verse 21. Give me Amos 5:21. Now Father's Day, they use that day to belittle black men. Women use that day to speak bad about black men. Oh, he's good for nothing. Oh, thank you mother. That's what they say on Father's Day. They say thank you dad, aka mom, because they like to belittle men on Father's Day. Read Amos 5:21.
Amos 5:21. I despise your feast days.
What did God say?
I despise your feast days.
God said he hates and despises your feast days. And God hates Father's Day. And you know why else God hates Father's Day? Because that's the day when you kick a black man when he's down. You like to kick a black man when he's down on Father's Day. You tell him, oh, you ain't done nothing for your kids. We know Father's Day's garbage, but that's the day when you're supposed to speak good about your father, but guess what? That black man gets belittled on that day. That black man gets trodden into the ground on that day. He gets walked all over on that day. But when it comes to Mother's Day, these women who's had so many abortions, you go and buy them flowers, you go and buy them sweets, you go and take them to a nice restaurant. But on Father's Day, what do you say about the black man? Oh, he's a deadbeat. Oh, we'll celebrate you foolish fathers on April Fool's Day. That's what I be hearing. That's the day to belittle black men. Read that from the top.
I despise your feast days.
The Lord said he hates and he despises your feast days. And Father's Day is one of those feast days that the Lord hates. Read on.
And I will not smell in your solemn assemblies, though ye offer me burnt offerings.
Though what?
Ye offer me burnt offerings and your meat offerings. I will not accept them, neither will I regard the peace offerings of your fat beasts.
And the Lord don't give a damn about that Mother's Day meal and that Father's Day meal. The Lord hates Mother's Day and Father's Day. In the Bible it says you honor your mother and father every day. And out here, you women teach these children not to honor their fathers. You teach them to disrespect that black man. You teach them to hate their father and to want to beat him up whenever they see him. Read it from the top.
I despise your feast days.
And the Lord said he hates Father's Day. The Lord said he despises Father's Day. The Lord hates Father's Day. And black men, you should hate Father's Day because that's the day when you get belittled.
Right.
That's the day when you get walked all over.
Right.
That's the day when you get told you're a deadbeat. And really, according to this world, that's supposed to be your day when you're supposed to be praised and reverenced. Black man, you don't get no praise on that day. You just get belittled. Give me Isaiah 3:12. On that day, black men get belittled. Black men get trodden on the foot on that day. Give me Isaiah chapter 3 verse 12.
Isaiah 3:12. As for my people, children are their oppressors,
And the Bible saying, as for my people, children are their oppressors. Read.
and women rule over them,
And what?
and women rule over them,
And what?
and women rule over them.
Women rule over them. And black men, in this world, you got women ruling over you. You got women deciding if you can sleep in the house or not. You got women deciding, making choices for you. And you got these women ruling over your children because they've kicked the man out of the house.
Right.
So these women rule over them. And you know why children are your oppressors? Because you got women ruling over them because the man's nowhere to be seen.
Right.
Because the man's been kicked out of the house. The man's been placed on child support. The man's been belittled. The man's been taught that he's nothing. Read it from the top.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them,
And what?
and women rule over them.
Women rule over them. Guess what these women tell these kids on Father's Day? Your father's never been there for you. Your father said you was a mistake. That's what they tell these kids on Father's Day because they like to belittle black men. Read that again.
As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err.
You know who leads us? These religious leaders, and they cause us to err. They tell your woman to kick you out the house as well. They tell your woman he's a deadbeat, get rid of him, don't let him see the kids, and all of that stuff. And then they have all these abortions then on Mother's Day. They want all these things, they got all these requirements. They want you to buy them nice gold rings and all this stuff. But on Father's Day, what does the black man get? Belittled. He gets told he's nothing. He gets told he's not a man. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:26. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:26. Let me know when you get there. Now we're talking about Father's Day, how it's against God, and how really Father's Day is a day to show your hatred for the black man. Father's Day is a day to show to belittle the black man, to speak bad about him. Give me Ecclesiastes 7:26.
Ecclesiastes 7:26. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
And I find more bitter than death what?
The woman whose heart is snares and nets.
Now Solomon said he finds more bitter than death. You know what death is? One of your loved ones dying. Solomon said he finds more bitter than that. The woman, more sorrows than that. The woman, read it again.
And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
So whose heart is snares and nets. And how is her heart snares and nets? Meaning they get a black man put in a trap. He can't even see his kids unless he has supervised visits.
Right.
Can't even see his kids unless he has to go to court. And Solomon said he finds more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and traps. You know what's more bitter than death? On Father's Day, belittling black men.
Right.
That's more bitter than death. A black man can't even catch a break. On Father's Day, he gets belittled. He gets trodden on the foot. Read it from the top.
And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets.
He said he finds more bitter than death. Give me Psalm 22:7. Give me Psalm 22:7. Now, our women have been taught to love our oppressors, so they think mocking the black man. They mock the black man in front of the whole world. So all these other nations see a black man and laugh at him. They see a black man and laugh at him and say, look at these black men, they can't even control their women. Say, look at these black men, they can't even raise their kids. Yeah, read Psalm 22:7.
Psalms 22:7. All they that see me laugh me to scorn.
All they that what?
That see me laugh me to scorn.
And now these other nations laugh at black men to scorn now because they see how our women treat us. They see they see all these Facebook posts where women are speaking down on black men and they laugh black men to scorn.
Right.
They laugh black men to scorn. Now when they say a black man, what do they say? Oh, he don't take care of his kids. Oh, he's got no job. He's this, he's that. They laugh black men to scorn. Read it from the top.
All they that see me laugh me to scorn. They shoot out the lip. They shake their head saying,
They shoot out the lip, meaning they open their mouth and say, oh, black men, 10 baby mothers and don't take care of one of them kids. That's the kind of things they say. They say a black man, 50 kids and no job. That's what they say. They open their lips wide and laugh the black man to scorn. You know why? Because you women speak bad about black men, not realizing what you say. All these other nations see and start to speak bad about black men also. Read it from the top.
All they that see me laugh me to scorn.
They do what?
Laugh me to scorn.
Do what?
Laugh me to scorn.
When these women put a black man in child support, the other nations do what?
Laugh me to scorn.
When they kick a black man out the house and he's got nowhere to stay, the other nations do what?
Laugh me to scorn.
That's what they do. They laugh black men to scorn. They laugh black men to scorn. Give me Lamentations chapter 2 verse 15. They laugh black men to scorn. Give me Lamentations 2 verse 15.
Lamentations 2 and 15. All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
All that do what?
All that pass by clap their hands at thee.
When they see a black man and clap their hands, you know why? Because he's been trodden into the ground. He's been beat down into the ground. And everyone that sees them just shakes their head and claps their hands.
They hiss and wag their head.
They what?
They hiss and wag their head.
They what?
They hiss and wag their head.
And every time you take a black man to child support, every time you belittle a black man, they wag their head, they shake their head and be like, damn, the black man's so disgusting. All of that kind of stuff. Breathe.
At the daughter of Jerusalem.
Of what?
At the daughter of Jerusalem.
And they wag their head at blacks and Hispanic men. They wag their heads and say, what a disgusting people they are. And they laugh us to scorn. They laugh us to scorn. And on Father's Day, they definitely laugh us to scorn. Because on Father's Day, what do they see? They see black women talking bad about black men, talking down to black men, saying black men are nonsense and garbage, saying black men don't provide for their families, and they wag their heads and laugh us to scorn. Read it from the top.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head.
They what?
Wag their head.
They what?
Wag their head.
When they see a black man, they shake their head. On Father's Day, they see a black man, they shake their head. It's like when they're saying, you women saying, Happy Father's Day, Mum. You've taught your kids to say, Happy Father's Day, Mum, which don't make no damn sense. And you've never really told them the reason why you kicked that black man out the house.
What?
You've never really told them the reason. You just lied to them. Read it from the top.
All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head.
They hiss and wag their head. Give me Job 30 and 9. They hiss and wag their head. They shake their head and be like, damn, this is a disgusting people. Give me Job 30 and 9.
Job 30 and 9. And now am I their son?
Now am I what?
Their son.
Now am I their what?
Their son.
And because black men are belittled on Father's Day and every other day, now we are sung to these other nations. Now we are laughing stock to these other nations. Now we are bywords and the joke to these other nations. All these sly, slick remarks they make about black men. Because you've learned to put a black man down, these other nations make sly remarks about black men now. He's a deadbeat, he's good for nothing. Read that from the top.
And now am I their son? I am their byword.
And what?
I am their byword.
Now what?
I am their byword.
Now when you go on things like Google and you type in fatherless child, what comes up? A black child. Because they laugh and mock us. Now they make jokes about black men that can't raise their kids. You know why? Because what our women's been taught to do is put black men on blast in front of these other nations and make them laugh us to scorn, like the Bible said. They laugh us to scorn and mock the hell out of us. Read it again.
And now am I their son? Yea, I am their byword.
We are their what?
Byword.
Deadbeat.
Byword.
That's what we are. Black men's become their byword now. Give me James chapter 3 verse 8. Give me James chapter 3 verse 8. And now we become their byword. The black man's become known as a deadbeat. The black man's become known as he don't raise his kids. The black man's become known as the black man's become a joke. The black man's become a joke. I saw on Facebook someone making a joke saying the reason I date black women is because I don't have to meet their fathers because they're not around. The black man's become a byword. They make jokes about black men. Read that for me.
James 3 and 8. But the tongue can no man tame.
What the what?
But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil.
It is what?
unruly evil.
It is what?
Unruly evil.
And our women use their tongue as an unruly evil.
Right.
They use their tongue to speak evil about the black man.
Right.
They run their mouth unruly with no restraint when talking about a black man.
Right.
Read that again.
But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil, full of deadly poison.
Full of what?
Deadly poison.
Full of what?
Deadly poison.
And that tongue's full of deadly poison. Know what some of that deadly poison is that rolls off that tongue? My baby father's good for nothing. He don't look after them kids. I'm gonna put him on child support. I don't want him to see them kids. He's a drug addict. He's an alcoholic. Speaking bad about him. That's the poison that rolls off that tongue. Read that from the top.
But the tongue can no man tame. It is an unruly evil.
It is a what?
Unruly evil.
It is a what?
Unruly evil.
It's an unruly evil. It is an unruly evil. Now we got good sisters in the UPK that don't speak bad about no black man.
Right.
We got good sisters who love black men while nobody else does.
Right.
We're supposed to be a team. Black women are supposed to be black men, but guess what happens now? They've left black men in the dirt now. Nobody wants to raise a black man up. They just love to see him destroyed because they've been taught this by their oppressors. Read on.
But the tongue can no man tame.
What the what?
But the tongue can no man tame.
No man can't tame the tongue. No man can't tame the tongue. That tongue runs, continues going. Read.
It is an unruly evil.
It's an unruly evil. Read.
Full of deadly poison.
Full of what?
Deadly poison.
Full of what?
Deadly poison.
It's deadly poison. It's deadly poison. You know what else is deadly poison? Kicking the black man while he's down. Putting him down even further. Anyone? Give me Ecclesiastes 26. Give me Ecclesiastes 26. And come get some furs. Because we're out here to fix our nation. We're out here to fix our black men and black women. Give me Ecclesiastes 26.
Ecclesiasticus 26 and 26. A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
A woman that what?
Honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
It says a woman that honors her husband shall be judged wise of all. Now a woman that honors a black man, she shall be judged wise of all. Read.
But she that dishonoreth him in her pride.
But she that what?
Dishonoreth him in her pride.
But she that what?
Dishonoreth him in her pride.
It says she that dishonoreth him in her pride. Now, women are taught to dishonor their black man in their pride when they kick him out the house. When they speak down about him, and when they call police on him, that's how you dishonor him in your pride. Read on.
Shall be counted ungodly of all.
Shall be counted what?
Ungodly of all.
Shall be counted what?
Ungodly of all.
So, all you women that are getting ready to belittle your baby father next Sunday on Father's Day, they shall be counted what?
Ungodly of all.
All of them that speak down on their baby father shall be what?
Counted ungodly of all.
And if you're doing that, you're going to be counted ungodly. Because a godly woman, even if you're not with your baby father no more and you've gone through some things, that don't mean you should speak bad about him. That don't mean you should speak bad about him. Because one time U.S.P.K was up in that bedroom and you weren't speaking bad about him then. You weren't speaking nothing bad about him then. Read that from the top.
A woman that honoreth her husband shall be judged wise of all.
And one time that man was your husband. One time that man was your husband. The sex is marriage. In case you didn't know. Read on.
But she that dishonoreth him in her pride.
She that what?
Dishonoreth him in her pride.
Read.
Shall be counted ungodly of all.
And if you're speaking bad about that black man, you're going to be counted ungodly as all.
Nobody tell you cry. You know why? Because I never saw you before. But you a black man like me. And it's worth something.
My whole life was trying to find something to follow. Had loyalty, every man tried to borrow. Felt pain and a lot of sorrow. Got betrayed, so packed, I didn't even have my heart broke. Living confused, about to lose hope. Cops got me on the side of the road like a sideshow. Need an antidote before I croak. Now I'm setting fire to rhythm man blues, call this guitar smoke. Rebel with no cause, trying to find direction. The world got me vexed. Picked up a bad liquor habit that's hereditary from oppression. Felt like my life was on fire, trying to find an exit. Now look, 10 G's plus a good wreck. Sometimes a follower is a soldier, trying to find a good shepherd. Plus when you in hell, how do you excel? Wisdom the breath of life, I don't believe in fairy tale. Listen well to what I tell. No calling can cause pain. something that a rebel knows very well. Can't you tell I was sent from the Lord? Got a tongue like a two-edged sword.